What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. We got Danganronpa. We finna finish chapter 5 today. Let me turn off my music in the background. A lot of things going on in the background. I just had a really good day, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel really good right now. My energy is high because I just streamed, and one of the people I've been watching for a minute, my boy Snake Eyes, came through, man. Like, man, he made my day. He probably not gonna watch his videos because he probably watched my other Monster Hunter videos, but that's a big deal for me, man. It gives me motivation to keep these YouTube videos in the Monster Hunter world, all types of content, because that's like amazing. I always thought he was a cool person. The fact that he came to my stream and said what's up, man, that is amazing. Other than that, I feel good, man. So we got chapter 5. I'm gonna just finish chapter 5 today. We got the investigation. We know Mukuro Ukusaba, the 16th student of the school, just died. So we finna figure out what happened to her. And yeah, man, let's go, man. If you, like I said before, I say this every time. I appreciate you if you look at these videos. This is not my usual content, but you already know how it is. This is my long form content. I try to make these as entertaining as I can. And man, let's go, man. Welcome to the family. If you watch these videos, you really a part of the family. Welcome, man. You might not say nothing, but I see you looking. So yeah, let's get it, man. All right, so last time we gotta investigate. So this is not Kyoko's body, bro. Look at her hand. It's a tattoo. Kyoko definitely didn't have a tattoo, and Kyoko didn't even have her nails did. These are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. It's like a wolf, like a star and a wolf, not a dog, though. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally black, and also the top half of the body is wet because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on that part that was on fire, on the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? You asking me for? I don't know. We got the knife right here. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? Yeah, it's the same knife that they took from you, bro. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. But they didn't have nails on when they attacked you, but now they have nails on, so I think that's kind of suspicious. It's just multiple people in this mask, and they definitely didn't have a tattoo on their hand. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on 7:30 every morning. So the sprinklers turn on 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinkler should have gotten it wet, which means that the murder must have taken place after 7:30. So it was, at least we know it was after 7:30. I thought they told you the time. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were several days old. Okay, so he had wounds prior to finding the body, but they don't tell us when they actually died. So I know he died, or she died, after 7:30 because the sprinklers go off at 7:30. So there was a tarp in here before. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty, but they probably put the tarp over the body to cover it, and like, I don't know why the hell that's actually in here, to be honest. I have no idea. It's only 4. Yeah, it was 5 when we counted it last time. It's only 4 chickens. What did they do with the chicken, bro? Yo, once these investigations start, like, they just be sending you on a wild goose chase, because I have no idea like how this is finna turn out. Like, it's so weird. Like, what? I was down here just before nighttime last night, and they're definitely with 5 chickens, man. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. Conspiracy. Okay, he just started that bullshit again. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. I be doing the same thing, Makoto. You can't really listen to Hero. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? It has to be. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What's up, Bayakuya? What you got?
So in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi. Like, are you f***ing serious right now? I was with you the whole f***ing time. What the hell are you talking about? Bro, whatever.
In other words.
Correct. I'd like to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking me about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hito's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here.
In other words.
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. In other words, all 4 of us have an airtight alibi. The only one who don't have an alibi, who doesn't have an alibi, are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then the only one without an alibi. When we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well, but you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? I just fucking told you I was sick. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. Like, are we playing Yu-Gi-Oh, bro? Like, bro, what the fuck? Yo, man, whatever, bro. Just ignore him, bro. I'm the only one without an alibi, just like the first murder, bro. You remember? Really bad, isn't it? It's not that bad. All you gotta do is just work harder to prove you didn't do it, Makoto. I think I checked everything I needed to check in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you or I may not. Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. What one area? I fucking hate when they do that. And by Yakuya, bro, he acting like a little bitch. Like, oh my god, I can't stand that dude, bro. I was like I'm get in this universe and just slap the shit out of him. So there's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden, yeah, that was definitely a bomb. So now you gotta go to Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. The man, like, bro, I would have just took it from him. Like, who is he? Like, I really scared of this man. I just would have took the keys off of him. Like, what the hell is Byakuya finna do? He has no, like, he can't fight. You gotta ask this grown man for permission to go to somebody's room to. You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. So this is Kyoko's room. It's pretty dull. There's nothing in here. It's kind of like your room. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration. I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those traditional public bathhouses uses them for their lockers. If she gave this man a note in case something happens, what's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said, if something happens to her, then I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Inside, there was a piece of paper under the sheets. Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets, I found a crumbled up piece of paper. Class 78, student registry. Mukuro Ukusaba. Oh, it's like the file on Mukuro. Mukuro Ukusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. So she showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir. She never revealed why she didn't return home when she did. We got Nina from Tekkens, basically. I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this, so Byakuya knows what that, of course he does. Like, look who his family is. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the head's master room. Oh, too late, she already dead. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely, I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. Why are you telling us this? Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. Since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kitty Giddies, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you this, but she wears them to cover up a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Oh, damn. So I remember she do wear gloves, so it actually could be Kyoko in there. Kyoko actually could be the person. Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said that there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. No, the fuck he wasn't, bro. You dumb ass dude. You just making assumptions based off what he told you. So who really dull here? It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to the one of these lockers. I took out the wooden key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. Look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Okay, so there's like 10 titanium arrows in this. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. It got blood on it. If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related. Yes, bro, it has blood on it. It's related to the case, Makoto. There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They also have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. And you seen a wolf tattoo on the body. Yeah, yeah, bro. And you read the report, so that's obviously Mukudo, so that isn't Kyoko.
It's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot.
Kyoko is still not here. I thought everybody had to be here for the class trial, bro. So Kyoko don't have to be here, obviously, because like, where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating a course. How could you not figure that out by this point? We stood there 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10. What's going on here? Why isn't Monokuma showing up yet?
Could it be?
Could it be? Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or what? Jesus. Waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Exactly. That's what I thought. Yo, like, where the f is Kyoko at? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? We all agree it's a violation. I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. That's Kyoko. I'm like, where the f have you been at, man? What the fuck? Right, you can't just show up here and just be like, I'm here. Like, no, you got so much explaining to do. I made it here just fine. What school regulations did I violate? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be 1 step ahead of you. I want to investigate the 2nd floor of the dorms.
That's right.
The 2nd floor. There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people remaining.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out
who done it?
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
You dumb f***. Did you not just see Kyoko walk in? Like, what the f*** does Hito be talking about?
Standing right there.
Like, bro, he's mentally like ill, like he really slow as hell.
She has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Please stop letting Hito have dialogue. One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Hito, shut up. This is literally the stupidest, like Hito really is making us argue over that.
The corpse was wearing gloves.
Like, why the fuck are we talking about this? This is the first time I agree with Byakuya.
They were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Exactly. What the hell are y'all talking about, bro? Y'all letting Hito really do this?
Okay, so then, who's the real victim?
Yes, bro. Before anything, we have to identify the victim.
I'd be so convinced. The face was scorched beyond, and there wasn't any description in the moniker. Well, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? A dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my...
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Why are these two here at the trial, man? The image that represents Fenrir is...
Now I understand. Presentation of Fenrir is a wolf, so it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all. No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Oh, he mean that then.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big old brain!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
One of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Me, Kyoko and me.
Down to Kyoko and me.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Yakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, It was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
So the murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi for 10 p.m. until 7:30. And it looks like the game has begun. Then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during that time. I don't have an alibi. All right.
We've established a time that took place somewhere between...
No, that's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you speak?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinkler.
You're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Oh my god.
I admit nothing. That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. How can you say it wasn't the...
This should prove it.
That was the first time I actually got that, like, and I didn't fail.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet?
While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yes, bro, we been knew that, like, yes.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
8, bro. Bro, I was right the whole time, bro. I been said 8:30 or like 8.
His alibi was only missing from...
I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi
It's Kyoko.
One thing, if you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway,
Monokuma's
Kyoko,
kind
you
of funny a
actually
little
did
bit.
have a reason to kill her.
Shutting up now.
You thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all, and as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
The tarp. Tarp that we found.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right.
Duh.
All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like I'm the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. Yeah, just prove that you innocent, bro. It was used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have touched the body, right? So it would have had blood on it.
Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. Man, I don't know what's wrong with Kyoko.
By covering the body with the tarp,
The killer prevents.
So the reason the tarp was because the sprinkler got...
But the underside of the kit was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected since it was facing down toward... Of course it didn't get dirty!
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. The blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
what if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
That would make sense.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, that's why they used the chicken. They killed the chicken, bro. Oh, hell no. Ew, bro. They nasty as hell.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till late.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say? Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Yo, what the f? She really trying to pin this on me, bruh.
I I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
What's up, Kyoko? I thought we was cool. Guess not. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
She really trying to make this. She's trying to keep me in the suspicion with her, so it's not all on her. Like, what the hell, bro? If you put it all on me, we're gonna die anyway, because I ain't do this either.
I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Damn, bro. You should have told him. You should have told him. Makoto never told these people. I told him he should have told him. That would just look worse on you.
File, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before...
That seals it. Just because I had that automatic... Well... No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what
So
killed her.
Kyoko actually might be helping you.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, it wasn't. Monokuma's...
I got it! The
That's how I know he don't need to be
Monokuma
reading the
file
Monokuma
clearly
file. He
states
just
that
be
there was
fucking
one
talking.
stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning. What's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears...
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some
I might
Nope.
be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Why the hell? Why do I always have to tell them?
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that
It's Kyoko.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the...
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me.
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. They just said they got hit on the back of their head with a metal pipe. I'm pretty sure it's a Monokuma file. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm editing this. I'm gonna edit all this out, but I've been stuck on this part for like 20 minutes. I am very confused. I don't know. Like, I'm really finna fail this. I have no clue. I don't understand, bro.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure.
This is hella confusing. I really don't understand or know which, like.
Wounds across her. Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury.
Oh my god, bro. That took me like 30 minutes to figure that out, bro.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
What the f?
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page.
Seriously?
Like, we gotta get these two niggas out of here, bro.
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Like I say, he always pointed to me. Like, bro, if you so smart, Byakuya, why the hell don't you always say it? Oh, the titanium arrows.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her.
And it just points right back to Kyoko, trying to blame me. And
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's
Indeed.
no doubt about it.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. The duct tape. I don't know why he just don't give you the option to say about the duct tape. It's obviously the duct tape.
Are you sure?
You don't sound.
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as it seems like an arrow.
No, that's wrong. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
You could tell Makoto don't even want to put it on Kyoko. You know what I'm saying? Makoto a good dude. Kyoko, on the other hand, had no problem saying, you know, trying to dismantle me. So you should have the same energy for her, Makoto. Fuck Kyoko right now.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
It was in your room.
Found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Oh, that's why she was there. So she really is the one. Oh, okay. I take back what I said, Kyoko. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for calling you that. You know what I'm saying? You just got me kind of angry because you know what I'm saying, you calling out. But Once you call me out, you reveal something else about the murder scene, so I can't be too mad.
For idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
Then who is?
I
Like,
knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Byakuya should know that she really didn't kill, but I don't know. I don't know what she means by that. Let's see. Byakuya's account. He did say that he went to the garden at nighttime.
What do you mean?
Those words you just...
Exactly.
I'm not the killer.
You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Oh my god.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Cause you took the oh my god, he took the key to her room. I completely forgot about that, bro.
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
I see.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try to save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer, or is it something else? Or there's some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? Man, just trust yourself and just expose it, bro. The truth gonna find a way to come out no matter what, bro. I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Let it go. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret, something that has something to do with the master's trap that Kyoko missing.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto.
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
Time's up. Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late. So we had to push back the start time.
He mad as hell, bro. He really mad that Kyoko showed up late, bro. I know he's gonna do something.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time.
Bro, I have no clue who it is. How am I supposed to vote? Oh, the class trial is over, so we're not really voting. So, because it just told me, like, I got a B, didn't I? Yeah, I got a B. It's okay. I'll take a B. Sorry. I failed this like 3 times. This was actually pretty difficult because, like, well, one thing was difficult. The other ones I just wasn't thinking hard enough. But yeah.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
So everybody voted for me. That's crazy. all y'all. So they trying to say that Makoto did it, and bro, Monokuma, you're lying. I didn't even kill her, bro. The hell are you talking about? Well, actually, I might have did, because you know when you see, bro, this is kind of weird, bro, because when the killer came to my room, Makoto came to my room, she had a knife in her hand. But then, like, you blacked out. You didn't really notice what happened. So you might have killed her, or Kyoko could have been telling the truth and protected you. I don't know.
I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yo, are they for real? I'm really finna die? Oh my god. Bro, what the? Bro, I didn't even do nothing, bro. Why am I finna die? So I guess he don't follow his own rules, because I definitely didn't kill her. Oh shit, Chihiro came back. That's what I'm talking about. He was lying, bro. I'm glad Chihiro came through and saved me. My lying. No, I didn't kill her. Bro, this dude really is not following his own rule. He really isn't following the rules, bro. It's some stupid virus from that stupid guy. He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it to all the hell. I don't believe this. Seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
In other words,
what I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so was Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never going to see him ever again. Gone? Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? What the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind.
Did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings is just a bustling urban area. Okay, this is like the beginning of the game. Yeah, this is like the beginning of the game. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. Okay, I already read all of this already. This is like the beginning of the game. A vast dark cavern with a barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Next time I search for some water, how can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around a bad idea? I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough a reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had passed. What the strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched a pile of garbage jostled and formed an oddly shape. Did something fall down over there? Might be some food. Did a giant piece of trash fall down? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that tumbled down with me.
just a second.
Oh my god.
It smells awful.
Yeah, bro, Kyoko is really this, bro. Kyoko is this real, bro? She came. How the hell did you even get down here? She's smart for that, bro. I'm glad you're not hurt. That's a big fall.
Indeed.
You in a trash bag. You crazy. Man, you know what type of situation we in. You can't be doing that, bro. Because I trust you out of everybody. You can't just do that. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not much of a bad thing to be good at. Alright, so what we finna do now, man? Ain't really too much to do now. Then, is it really true you really lost your memory? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived to this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted and then woke up and I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed the strange feelings of separation within myself, a disconnect. Thinking back on it now, at the point my memory was going, at that time, I couldn't remember why did I come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would made you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? I had to imagine it happen by chance. It seemed way too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason they would do that. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plan. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However.
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us for help? Because you couldn't trust y'all. I don't blame
Why
her.
is that?
If I did that, we all worked as one. The mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind actually is one of us. You right. The mastermind is one of us. It is one of us, obviously. Come on, bro.
However.
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me, because I trust you the most, Makoto. Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That's just my intuition, but I see your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like that dream I had before. Why did that just happen? Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help right away, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. I mean, at this point, we kind of locked in. I mean, we've been locked in, but for surely now we are definitely 100% locked in, bro. Because we don't even know where we at and we trying to get out of it. We pretty much stuck together. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you should have probably brought more food, Kyoko. Like 2 pieces of bread. Come on, good for like right now, but what we gonna do? Like, we can't get out of here. You said you had a reason for doing all that, investing on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything? I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and ability what everyone should have known before. I'm the ultimate detective. I knew that. Look how you be solving.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. The headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Oh, I was separated from him as a child, as it turns out. He became the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. So Toko's dad is the headmaster. Then that explains when Ultra Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. And she reacted. She was getting mad. The staff must have stayed overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that was true, the room would likely have more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the mastermind really did have a private room there.
However,
but once I got there, I had noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So was it like that part of the school? I mean, The moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than I ever imagined. What do you mean?
So,
I can't explain it. You need to see it yourself, and I'm sure you'll get a chance to soon enough. Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her, and I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right. That just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ukusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted me to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. Yeah, you knew it, because even Monokuma himself said you're gonna pay for this. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
right.
Exactly. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. So since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one thing I like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ukusaba. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the mass assailant was, they ended up dead. And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have a conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you because they couldn't intervene, right? You're right, that is a contradiction. They need the class trial to kill me, but seem ready to kill you in your room. It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the ultimate despair, the other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. Whatever happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, that tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. Then make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. And that is our real enemy. Okay. That's it. So we ain't even lose nobody. Still 6 of us. I don't think nobody gonna kill nobody else. At this point, we just fighting the mastermind.
Anyway.
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. All right, so I'm gonna just stop it right there. That's the end of this video, man. Chapter 5 was a doozy, man. It actually was pretty crazy. So we're gonna start chapter 6 next video. We getting to the end of the game, man. We getting answers. It's a lot of this stuff I didn't know. So her dad is the headmaster. It's a whole bunch of stuff, bro. I can't even get into all this right now. I'm kind of tired, so I'm gonna edit this and then, you know, reflect on it once I edit it. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. The series is getting crazy. We almost getting to the end. We at chapter 6. Let's get it. Let's go. But yeah, I'm gonna keep these videos going until I'm done with this game. We almost done. I've never gotten this far before because I never played it. But yeah, this is cool. Yeah, man, I'll see y'all later, man. Peace, man. I hope y'all doing good. It's y'all day. And yeah, man, I'm going.